Oh, hey there! Welcome back to the Naka Diaries. I promised you a house tour. This is it. This is the house tour. So, let's go. So, this is the area in which I live. There are a bunch of houses here that are basically all the same. They are all owned by the village and rented out in different circumstances. As for me, this house, this is where I live. The company pays rent, also pays for the car, which is a rental car. This is nice. But come on, I'll show you around. Up here is my entrance. Mailbox there. Name censored. Thank you. Come on in. We've got the entrance here. Come on inside. It's a little bit dark in here, but in there, got my storage room. Let's check. The door's not very good. There's there's a bit of stuff in there. There's it's very, very hot in here because that thing right there, that's the water heater. Most of the stuff in here, similar to most of the stuff in the actual house, was here when I got it. So, yeah. Let's close the door and get in. Front door here, and the entrance. The entrance is very Japanese. We get in here. Sorry that it gets a bit dark. What you will see down here, this floor, this is outdoor floor. Everything that's on here will be outdoor shoes. I have put on these flip-flop sandal things because these are just my go outside sandals. So I go up here, something like this, and then I change to my indoor sandals because like you can't put outdoor stuff and the indoor part that doesn't work. It's kind of nice, but Japanese people are really serious about it. Same at work. We've got indoor shoes at our shoe boxes, so when we get to work, outdoor shoes off, indoor shoes out of the shoebox, outdoor shoes into the shoebox, and yeah, effort. But I kind of understand, like, it keeps the floors clean, so that's nice. Right, anyway, entrance. Here, I keep my keys, house key, car key, shopping bag. There's an umbrella for, you know, rainy times. Mirror there, not mine. We'll see when I got it. You will see the shelves out there. They were in the closets that you might remember got wet, so they're all moldy. I need to throw them out. I'll get to it eventually. Keep some jackets and shirts here. In here is my tatami room. I usually actually keep this door closed, but just for the sake of it, we'll get to it later. In here is the bathroom. Let's see if we can turn the light on. Yeah, that works. So, standard sink stuff there. You know, nothing particular special. Hello. And in here is the bath. It's wet now because it has just been used. One thing I do think is really nice, this thing here, this is a timer for the fan. So as it's set right now, it's 1 hour. So I push this one and the fan will be going for an hour. That's kind of nice. Yeah, nothing much here. This is just, there's a washing machine there as well. Come back out here, the door next to it here is the toilet. Again, very Japanese. Toilet and sink are in completely separate rooms. So I usually don't actually close this door because having to open the door with hands without being able to wash them, yeah, it doesn't really work. But I'm still not convinced this is an actual Japanese toilet because it does not actually spray water up your bum. Yeah, I know, right? What it does do, and you will see it's plugged in over there, is that the seat is heated. I don't really use it. It might be nice in winter, but I generally just feel like sitting on a warm toilet seat, there's just something about it, you know? It doesn't really work. Anyway, we are here again at the entrance, here to the main living room area. sliding doors, very nice. And the door, you'll see I still do this, but this is actually tall enough for me to fit through. So let's come in here. Let's, this is over here, start here. This is the kitchen. There's a fridge here. The fridge is ever so slightly pink because the person who lived here before liked pink. But one thing I have done to it is this little German Hello Kitty thing. You remember the German guy I mentioned who was the, what was the title again? Cultural exchange coordinator? He got a whole bunch of German merchandise from the German embassy, so Hello Kitty magnets. There's a little toaster oven, microwave. Down there I keep most of my breakfast stuff. Over here there's a little cabinet, which is kind of nice. I've got a bit of a mess of some spices, oil, there's some ramen, there's some miso soup. I've got an electric kettle. But also in the kitchen there are cupboards up here. Not really anything in them, but they're nice because I can actually reach them. Induction cooker. Here's the sink area. Again, it's really quite low. We have to go all the way down here to get to it. But there is a sink, and I can wash my dishes here, so I do that sometimes. It looks very neat right now. It doesn't always do that, but you know. Right, anyway, let's move on into the living room over here. So, as we move around the kitchen again, being very careful to avoid this corner here, as you might recall, we will enter the living room. There is a little sofa here. Again, most of the stuff, including the sofa, was here when I got it. There's a little bit of a green seat there, and there's a television. I don't actually use the TV much. And do you want to know why I don't use the TV much? Here, let me show you. This is why I don't use the TV much. This right there. That's why I don't actually use that TV much. Also, this is the local TV channel. So it's got like a very limited selection of programs that runs there in a loop, but it's nice. But this is not so nice. So yeah, let's get rid of that one. In here is my tatami room. We can probably turn on some lights in the tatami room. And as I mentioned before, for some reason the doorways to the tatami room are lower than the others. Anyway, as you will see, my tatami room is currently a little bit messy. I've got a bunch of boxes over there from my desk chair, from the furniture that I bought and assembled, and from my computer desk. Over here there's a basket full of stuff that I bought at Daiso yesterday. There's an extra drying rack there because I needed a larger one of those. All of that stuff will eventually be cleaned up. Over there's a stack of boxes from Amazon and a stack of moving boxes that I used to come here or to get my stuff from Denmark. You saw these in the previous review. So eventually I'll clean it up and make it look nicer. I forgot to close the door in there, so you can see a little bit of, there's a vacuum cleaner in there and a bunch of mess. Over here is a shelf. The bottom part was here when I got it. I put the whiskey in there. That's kind of nice to have. Right, let's move back into the living room because there's another thing in there that I want to show you. Dining table. As you might be able to tell now, I'll super exaggerate the perspective here, but as you might be able to tell, this is quite low. You'll see that if I go all the way down here, there's the table. It is quite low and the chairs are even lower. I want to get a new one. I went to a fancy furniture store yesterday and they had a lot of really nice dining tables with chairs and everything. But every single one of them was this height. There. Well, as you will also see, I used the table for a bit of storage. There's my wallet. There's my business card case. I have received actual business cards in both Japanese and English. Business cards are really, really important in Japan, so gotta have them. There's also some mail left over there. Just got 2 bits of mail from the bank today. I have got my bank account, and one of these things was the cash card, so that I can withdraw cash. I'm supposed to also get a debit card, which is really nice. It's not here yet. The other one, I think that's an instruction on how to use my online banking. I don't know. It's all in Japanese. Oh, and here we go. This guy again. This is the noon bell. It is now lunch break. We're not doing lunch break. We are continuing the house tour. Over here, we've got a little shelf. I have here... Shut up! Over here, there's a little bit of a shelf. Most importantly, I keep track of the temperature and humidity here. I've got my little calendar there, so I can see what day it is. Nice big windows with a lot of light coming in here. That is very nice. Also, over here, this counter, that is where I usually put the camera when you get, you know, the dollhouse effect with the 2 doors back here that makes me look like an absolute giant, and the house look like an absolute tiny dollhouse. Both of those are kind of true, but yeah, this perspective from over here kind of exaggerates it. There are 2 bedrooms. Also, I think this is the door phone. I've never actually used it. In here, this bedroom is the bedroom that I actually use to sleep in. There's a bed. It has a little bit of an issue. This thing at the end, it makes it a tiny bit too short, so I actually lie diagonal. That's why my pillow is over there. I've got a blanket because when I got here, I didn't actually have a duvet. Those were both my winter and summer duvet were in the boxes, so this blanket was fortunate in the house, so I've been using that. Got some tables here, don't actually use them, but they were here in the house, so I mean, might as well keep them, right? Because they are actually good for storage. On here, I've got a bunch of documents there. I've got a newspaper from the day I left Denmark. I haven't read it, but I'm keeping it around as like sort of a memento. In here, where I keep all my empty boxes from my computer parts and everything. I've got towels and stuff in there. This is my laundry closet, and also where I keep my big winter coat for, you know, winter time. And let's go to the other bedroom as well, right? Because the other bedroom, the one that I'm not actually using as a bedroom, is exciting. This, let's get some more, no, light is fine, okay. This is where I've set up my office. Let's call it an office. I've got 2 closets in here. In there are all of my shirts. In here, all of my trousers, all of my underwear, all sorts of things. Over here, I've put up some posters. There's actually another poster on here, but I'm keeping the clock that was here. This thing, I assembled that myself. It's got drawers. Drawers are nice. That was one of the things I really lacked when I moved here, was drawers. This thing took a long time to assemble, but I'm really, really glad that I did. It's also quite nice. Down here, I've got my work bag and work laptop in the bag there. There is another bed here, which is currently just used for this. Also, probably the most important thing, over here, well, we've got some very nice posters there, but also we've got my PC set up. Down there is the actual PC that I assembled after I got here. The case and the power supply I bought here, all the other parts I bought from home. Monitor I bought from home, speakers I bought here. And yeah, the desk I think is actually really nice. It is a standing desk, but that means it can go high enough for me to sit at comfortably. And let's go have a look at what I'm working on, right? Oh look, that's my face. This is a video. This is not the house tour you were expecting. This is the house tour. This one is not the house tour. I really enjoyed picking out the music for it. You'll see. I'll leave a link to this video down in the description below. The chair I have here is well, it's just any generic gaming chair. I bought it because it was listed as actually going up to what was it, 59 centimeters in height, like the seat height here. It doesn't actually, it's only like 65 and a half. I complained about it and I was refunded like 3,000 yen, so yeah, it's okay. I think that was about 20% of the price of it. It's okay. It's not terrible. At least it's better than the chair I have at work and the desk I have at work and the dining table out there. So yeah, let's move on. Right. So this ended up being fairly long, but I wanted to show you around the entire house, show you everything in the rooms, everything that's here, just get you an overview of how I live. We can do a little bit of a spin around in the living room here. There's so much space, it's so nice. I like how it's open up there, so there's a lot of open space. There is a heater there for winter, and presumably I'm going to need it. This whole thing with the big open area makes, yeah, it's probably going to be really expensive because it's also an electric heater, which sounds so terribly dumb. Supposedly electric bills get really big in winter. We'll see. We'll deal with it when that comes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining on the house tour, and I will see you again. Well, I know when I will see you again, but I'll keep that a bit of a secret for now, because we've got exciting stuff coming up. Until then, have fun, have a good time, and swoosh.